What's up, everybody? Ryan Hickey here. The Jets did the impossible on Sunday. They won a game. So I'm curious your thoughts, especially you Jets fans. Is your future ruined? Now, if the season plays out and the standings for the draft hold the way they are, obviously you will miss out on Trevor Lawrence. He will go to Jacksonville. Is your future ruined? Comment below. Let's hear your thoughts. Because I'm here, Jets fans, for you. I am here to sprinkle in some optimism to let you know that, you know what? The world is not ending. There actually is light at the end of the tunnel, and guess what? Your future, more importantly, isn't ruined because you beat the Rams and avoided going 0-16 and thus really costing yourself a shot at the number 1 overall pick. Because here's why. Sure, as the current draft standings sit the way they are, you will miss out on Trevor Lawrence if the Jaguars lose their last 2 regular season games. But your future was never tied directly and only to drafting Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, that would have been a nice start, a nice stepping stone, but your future and your future success is more dependent on the pieces surrounding your quarterback, Trevor Lawrence or not, than it is on the actual quarterback. And here's what I mean by that. This Jets roster needs help everywhere. A few stats this year about the Jets and just how bad they are. Offensively, the Jets are last in total offense, last in yards per game, last in passing yards per game, last in points per game scored in offense. Don't worry, the struggles don't end there. Defensively, they are just as bad. They are 3rd worst in total defense. They allow the 2nd most points per game scored, and they are the 2nd worst pass defense in all the NFL. So there are holes every single place you look on this Jets roster. So guess what? One guy, one quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, wasn't all of a sudden going to be this cure-all where guess what? You draft him, all of a sudden this team is back to be competitive. This team is good all of a sudden. No. Your future and your future success was always based upon and depended upon how your general manager, Joe Douglas, hires the right coach, puts skill positions around the quarterback, builds an offensive line that could protect him, and builds a defense that could stop some people. Because as I just listed, the Jets need help at every single position. This whole entire roster needs an overhaul. So your success wasn't based upon one guy and one guy only. So your future, instead of just being tied to Trevor Lawrence, where again, he is a nice start, but your future is tied to the success of your general manager, Joe Douglas. Because guess what? No quarterback, no young quarterback, no franchise quarterback, no great quarterback in the NFL today is successful despite the bad talent around him. Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, Drew Brees in New Orleans. I could go on and on and on about the elite quarterbacks in the NFL and why they're successful. It boils down to one thing. Teams put their young quarterbacks, their franchise quarterbacks, in positions to succeed. It sounds easy, I understand that. It sounds very easy to do on the surface. When you think about it, that involves drafting the right players, whether it's on the offensive line, receiver, running back, signing the correct free agents, hiring the right head coach. This all goes into and has a factor in the success of the quarterback. I understand that we all put so much pressure and so much emphasis on finding a franchise quarterback. But guess what? Jets fans know this well. Just because you have a franchise quarterback doesn't mean and equate to all of a sudden they will be good. Sam Darnold, to me, still has a lot of talent. I think he's still a very good quarterback, but he was given 0 chance to succeed. Why? The offensive line stinks. His receivers are awful. The run game is headlined by Frank Gore this year. Do I need to say any more than that? They have so many issues on every single aspect of the offense that guess what? If you have a young quarterback that to me still has a lot of talent, Sam Darnold, he can't shine because the players around him take him down. That would be the same thing with Trevor Lawrence if you were to draft him. If you don't change the offensive line, if you don't draft better, or if you swing and miss, I should say, on drafting receivers, on trying to sign free agent wide receivers, on missing offensive linemen that could try to build your offensive line instead make it worse, and you can't protect Trevor Lawrence, guess what? Trevor Lawrence or not, this team is going to stink. Because if the rest of the team surrounding the quarterback stinks, the quarterback is going to not play well. So I understand, Jets fans, you are miserable after watching your team beat the Rams, and now you are not all of a sudden in pole position to draft Trevor Lawrence. But guess what? Your future was never dependent upon drafting Trevor Lawrence and solely drafting Trevor Lawrence in the first place. Your future was contingent upon your general manager making the right head coaching moves, offensive personnel moves in the draft, and personnel moves in free agency in order to make the team better, in order to elevate your young quarterback. So whether it's Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, or hell, even if you hang out a Sam Darnold next year, if Joe Douglas is as good as a general manager as Jets fans want to believe he is, He will put the necessary talent around this offense to make whatever quarterback under center next year successful next year and going forward. So have faith, Jets fans. Your future isn't ruined. Just have faith that your general manager, if he can put the right pieces in place, no matter your quarterback, you will have success, I should say, and your franchise will turn around. So again, comment below, Jets fans. I hope in these last few minutes here, I can kind of talk you off the ledge and have you be a little more optimistic. Is there any way in your mind that, you know what, maybe missing out Trevor Lawrence isn't the end of the world. You still have some success going forward. The future isn't ruined. Comment below.